And rolling. Good morning. Day number 13. Slow day yesterday. Feeling the energy levels dip slightly, but all good. So a few things to have thought about, and some things happened yesterday. So a couple of things to talk about today, and dealing with some disappointment, perhaps, my expectations. Again, it seems to a lot be focused on managing expectations, and that's something I'm dealing with right now. So strange times a little bit. Just the expected dip. Cool. So I hope there's happiness in the world. How do you get to happiness? Really, it's all right saying I hope there's happiness in the world, but really I hope people know how to find the journey to get to their happiness, or to find a journey, a path, maybe. So I hope you're finding your path to happiness and trying. It's hard, man. It's hard, especially when no one gets it. Not no one, but yeah, it's hard. So get on the path, think of a path, find a path, do it. Still, the sativa slightly running out, and also no news in that. I feel a bit lethargic today. Where's the letter? Oh my god, here. Right, let's get going then. Cheers, everybody. So I managed to speak to my dad last night, which was nice. They're trying to shape up, I believe. They're doing their best. And an interesting point came up, which I thought I'd touch upon. Or in actual fact, lots of interesting things, because as I said before, I'm trying to understand why they don't understand, and what's stopping them understanding, and what's stopping them, getting, what, not stopping them, because it sounds like I'm just getting them to get. I'm trying to get them to think the way I think, but I'm not. I'm just trying to get them to think open-mindedly. And here's the example I want to talk about. My dad, he said to me, one thing I wanted to ask was, why the need to analyze all this? Right? The question was, why the need to analyze all this? Why can't you just bury it, put it behind you and move on? So, good question. Really good. About time I had a good question to think about. So my conclusion was, generally, if you have a problem, something's broken, or you have an illness, anything in life, then you kind of hypothesize, I think is the right phrase. You figure out you figure out what you want to try and find the answer to the problem, and then you analyze. Then you analyze, you conclude, and you base your finding. You base your next actions on the conclusions, I suppose, something along those lines, simply put. So I think I need to try and find a way to my dad. I sent him a message this morning saying, firstly, you put that question to a physical illness. I don't know, let's say you've got a collapsed lung. No one can see it, but you've got a collapsed lung. Why all the analysis? Why can't we just bury it and just move on? You go and continue your life. I can't breathe. I'm struggling to breathe. You can't see it, but I'm struggling to breathe. Yeah, just get on with it. Come on. It's kind of like that, I think, you know. But you don't. You go to the hospital. They hypothesize. They analyse. They conclude. And they put you on treatment. Put that example into my dad's beer cellar. That he understands. You know, I'm trying to find ways to get my point across to make them understand. And he understands that. And he understands money as well. So that could be a good one. But let's use the cellar. So the cellar, the whole system's broken. The beer pumping system, whatever you call it. And I've seen him do this loads of times with drains and all sorts. Go downstairs into the cellar, you find the problem, or where you think the problem's going to be. You analyse, conclude, there's the problem, and then you go onto fix it. And you learn how to fix it, so that next time it happens, you can fix it pretty much easier, or perhaps even prevent it happening at all. The motivation for my dad to do that is money, because it's his business. If he doesn't get the beers flowing, there's no money going to come in. So he's got a huge motivation to do that. But it's not just that with my dad. He's a grafter, proper grafter, and I've learned that from him as well. That's a positive thing. And I'll often see him fixing the drains, getting absolutely filthy, getting his hands dirty at the age he is and how hard he's worked, still doing it, because there's a problem there that needs fixing, and he's determined to go and fix it because there's something riding on it for him, and that's money or an income. Let's not call it money because it's a bit crass. Let's call it, you know, his career, his livelihood, you know, his life, because that pub world is your life. You know, it's no different. Well, no, you know, for 30 years. Yeah, so I sent him that message today, and like, unfortunately, we're going to have to get messy, just like in the drains. But it's a metaphorical messy, let's say, because it's talking about things which you know he can't do, and they can't do. They haven't had the skill yet to do. They can do. Everyone can do. Can't, bad word. They just haven't got the skills to do that yet, and the willingness and the motivation. And that's probably what I'm not failing to understand. And like, when I think of Mila, she was in this problem, and I'm a big old unit getting in the way of life at the moment and causing problems. But I think that should be more of a reason to say, well, hold on, this is my son. He's broken, and we've got to fix him. If anything, to stop causing me problems. That's what I think. That's what I'm expecting, at least that, because that would make sense to him, I think. Because the motivation doesn't seem to be coming by wanting to get me better. So I think I'm gonna have to try and find something that he understands, that he can compare to. Analogies are quite important, I think, and I speak in analogies quite often. Not very good ones often, but I try, because it can help someone to understand a process. Let's say in this case, which it is. So. Yeah, and also I sent him a song which I listened to, which had a meaning and a message from my point of view. Another one, the Raul Midon, Invisible Chains. I'll talk about it. It's a song about these invisible chains that you have with your parents as a boy growing into a man and not being able to break these invisible chains. So kind of a relationship attachment, I suppose. And it's a great song. So I sent it to him, and I think he understood that as well. So early days, you know, let's not set my expectations that he doesn't understand it and think of new ways. And if later on he does understand it and comes back with some good questions like yesterday, then we're getting somewhere. So that's a good little step last night. I felt good about that. Made sure he was aware that I felt good about that. That's all that's needed. It's just 40 minutes every now and then. I think I don't understand, mate. And you know, that's all that's needed right now. until I start my therapy session, and then maybe I could kind of target the questions and the analysis, let's call it. But so yeah, see how that one goes. Yeah, try to move forward. Try. Difficult. Didn't do any exercise yesterday because of that kind of, you know, it was quite a lot to deal with yesterday, I thought, for me, with Mila's mama. You know, the folks didn't work yesterday, so that was a bit of a downer too. So hopefully some work today. So it's recognising these times now and doing something positive for myself. Maybe use this time to not get down. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, interesting one. I haven't been filling in my diary that I was so sure of that I could do. I missed a few days on that. It's only a few days, but still, it's, you know, it's back to the same thing. So, you know, it's something to feel disappointed about. But no, don't do it. Just get back on it, or rearrange it, rethink it, or, you know. So yeah, yeah. This is the difficult part. So that's pretty much it for today. Yeah. The medication sessions today is a bit difficult for me. So what am I going to do then? What am I going to do to get out of this? Let's do it now, because I was just about to hang up. I was just about to stop this, but no. What am I going to do to get out of this feeling that I'm about to that I'm on the borderline of? So let's go back to my list. Let's go back to that diary, actually. So first thing's exercise. So I can definitely do some exercise today. Didn't do it yesterday. Had a good night's sleep. Even if I work, I can get on the bike. Not an instant cure, but something to look forward to. And yeah, no pressure, but just try. So that's fine. That's that one. I didn't eat very well yesterday as well because of the situation. Lost kind of my control. And so that's something definitely that I can look at today. Quite simply. You know, and look forward to tomorrow. Maybe accept that today is not going to be the most energetic day. And allow that for myself. That's fine. Every day can't be a productive day. So this is going to be like yesterday was one of those days. And today's going to be one of those days. I'm going to give it to myself. But what I'm going to do today is do the things that I've put in place that I think can make me balanced and see if it works. It's perfect. Actually, this is great. This is the perfect opportunity. Let's switch this and flip side reverse this on its head. Yeah, so it's food, diet, meditation. Why don't I just meditate in the van in a minute after this video while I wait for a job to come in? So yeah, do that. Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's good. Music therapy. Stick on my usual play track. Get a bit emotional maybe. I'll try that. That's an easy one. Could do that when I get going. I'm medicating, so that's fine. Psychotherapy, can't really do anything about it. Maybe watch a DVD, a video about it. Maybe. Oh, I've saved a video actually that I wanted to watch. So watch that. There you go. In Touch with the Passion, or the program. Haven't spoken to Mila for 2 days because they had a problem over there. Wow, maybe that's an impact. Didn't even think of it. Thought of it, obviously, but not in a way like that. So maybe that affects me without really realising it. So try to call her today. What else is there? Yeah, getting in touch with a passion. So what are my passions? Aside from me, like boxing, exercise, which I'm gonna do, snooker, but can't play that right now. My project, but yeah, so maybe the passion one I can link to the exercise. So yeah, get a few kilometers in the bank for the challenge today. Yeah, and the last one on my list is, am I worth it? And I've only put a yes or no on that box, but I mean, I'm gonna say yes, I am worth it, because although I'm feeling a little bit lethargic and a bit exhausted mentally, physically, I'm still worth it. I know I can give all of this love and to my friends and family, and to myself, to live this balanced life that I crave, that I'm on a quest to find, to live, to maintain. So yeah, I am worth it. All it is that I'm just not firing on all cylinders today. So that's fine. Recognize. So yeah, give myself this little rest, concentrate on the health again, and and then look to improve tomorrow. Maintain today, do things today for a better tomorrow. Message of the day. So on that bombshell, Mila baby, I love you so much. Oh my God. Ugh. You got no idea. I'm coming for you. I'm literally riding. God, I'm coming for you. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully speak to you today, and I hope you're all good. So keep your head up, keep your heart strong, keep your mind set. Adios, sayonara, ciao. Have a great day.